Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Wa'arakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, the men who rule well over Israel, and also who happen to be the same men that taught us this truth. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the Akim, starting with the 144,000, the elect, and to the men that push this word throughout the four corners of the round earth and sign cry for the abominations thereof, and put up the lessons in faith, love, truth, sincerity, and diligence, and to those sisters that listen and learn, and to those that support the ministry. Shalom. Yes, the brother Yakana from the GMS Houston camp, coming back with another installment of GMS Practicals. And this evening I want to go into this lesson, man. Come out of Habakkuk is where I'm going to start. Habakkuk 2, and beginning with the vision, man. And the vision is beginning to speak. But if you a man of the Lord and you into this truth, then the vision is speaking loud and clear, because of all the things that are going on in the world, man. I mean, Esau is showing his true colors, man. He's showing, which he always has, but now they turning up the heat. But now it's getting to a boiling point, man. Something's got to happen. This can't go on, this shoving each other, like bumping their shoulders, like you used to do when you about to fight. You lean on each other and you kind of like start trying to like nudge each other back. Yeah, this is where we at now, man, with Babylon, aka America, the UN, and versus Russia. Because, man, truth be told, man, Putin and them ain't having this bullshit, man. They done threw the gauntlet down and said, hey, anything y'all do, man, is gonna be a declaration of war. And we not sitting here going no proxy war with no little guys. This ain't gonna be no Cold War. The shit's fixing to hit the fan. We gonna slug this out. But we slinging missiles. I mean, we're not slinging accusations and insults. We coming with hardcore military equipment, man. Because y'all gonna do the same. It's gotten to that point, man. But I'm gonna bring these scriptures out and pray that beginning with the elect, it be edifying. And this is Habakkuk chapter 2. And I'm going to I'll start at verse 2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And so the vision has been made plain, man, on tables. And we giving it to you, man, and telling you through the prophecies, this is what's about to happen. As it says in verse 3, the vision is for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And we're at the end, and this thing is starting to speak. And it's not going to lie. It's being laid out right before your eyes. All the events that are taking place, all are going to culminate in one thing. The third world's woe. This is, after the chip, after, the next possible lockdown, what's deemed to be civil wars, the time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. It's going to culminate in the third world's woe, which is going to be capped off by the return of Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And upon his return, as he said in Matthew 10:34, think not that I came to bring peace, but a sword. So when he comes back, it's nothing but, humming coming at you, man. In other words, it's going to be total destruction, man. That's all he's coming back. This is judgment coming back, man. This is the destruction coming back. This is the Lord coming back as a fierce warrior, standing on a chariot leading a charge, and laying this place, America, aka Babylon, to total waste. It says, though it tarry, wait for it. So when you go to Revelation 13 and 10, the end of that verse says, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. And this is us exercising our patience and faith. Why? Because though it tarry, we're waiting for it. It will surely come. It will not tarry, you know. And no matter how long it takes, we're going to wait for it. And at the same time, we're going to hasten the day. So we're going to exercise our patience and wait for it. And we're going to hasten the day. See, that don't even sound right. To a Christian, that wouldn't even make sense. Well, how you going to wait for something, but you hasten in the day? Because this is what we were commanded to do. This is the faith and the patience of the saints. But we hasten in the day because we're ready to get the hell out of here. Okay? Now, jumping to verse 4, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Verse 5, yea, also, because he transgressed by wine, and his wine is his philosophy, man. And the rest of the world, the other nations, have all drunk of his wine, of America's wine, man. And they sick and tired of America's shit, man. You know, it just is what it is. It's getting this to a boiling point, man. Something's got to give, okay? And why? It says in verse 4, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is lifted up, but it's not upright. He's a wicked man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is a wicked man. His soul is not upright. He's not an upstanding man. He's not a righteous man. He's a liar, as it says in Psalms, man. They go astray from birth, man. Speaking lies. That spirit is on them. They're the border of wickedness. There's no good in an Edomite, man. You know? So going back to verse 5, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. Well, what is he transgressing? He's transgressing the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God. He's transgressing that by his wine, his philosophy. It says he is a proud man, and he is. You will find no other man more proud on the face of this earth than Esau. Because he doesn't think his kingdom can fall. He thinks somehow, you don't know how, but somehow he's going to upset the prophecies and stay in rulership from now on. But that ain't going to happen. It says he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. And then that's him. He's all over the world, trying to govern the world, telling you how you should live. But what he's trying to tell you, the way he's trying to tell you how to live, he doesn't live that way. He's trying to bring you democracy and Christianity and all, but he don't follow none of the shit he push. He try to talk like he's a righteous man, but he doesn't follow that. He doesn't live righteously. He's an unrighteous man who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. So if he's as death, what does he have to offer? If you come and you recognize this death, the only thing you have to offer is death. You can't get life out of that. You can't get nothing good out of that. And it says, and he cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay? So, here's a greedy-ass man who's trying to run the world. He wants to run everything, and he don't care. And he's transgressed the law. He just said, to hell with the law, statutes, and commandments, and basically F the Most High, because I'm just as powerful as you. In his mind, he thinks that. Okay? And the other nations then followed his lead, but now the nations have woke up and they pissed off, So I'm going to jump over here to Revelation chapter 18 and verse 3 to show you again that the other nations have drunk off his wine. And verse 3 says, for all nations have drunk off the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. So all the other nations then got down with this whore, aka America, aka Babylon. They've all lived lavishly. They've all committed spiritual fornication with her. And all the merchants have waxed rich. They done all made money pimping this hoe, man. All the other nations done pimped this hoe. I mean, and she's worn out. She done gave it up everywhere you could name, man. Anything. I mean, this hoe done made more money for all the other nations being the whore that she is than every prostitute that ever walked the face of the earth put together, man. Okay? And verse 4 says, And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And this is going back to that Micah 2 and 10, is a good precept for that, where it says, Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. It is polluted and will destroy you even with a sore destruction. So coming out of Babylon doesn't mean we physically pack up everything and get the hell out of here. If you want to leave, leave. But that's not what this is talking about. This is saying come out of the ways of Babylon, come out of the philosophies of Babylon. Stop following the drinking the wine of Babylon, man. You know, stop trying to be like your oppressors, man. As it says in Proverbs 3 and 31, envy not your oppressor and choose none of his ways. So that's why it's saying that ye be not partakers of her sins. Choose none of her ways, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Well, that goes back to that Isaiah, you know. You go down going down to Babylon for help. But when Babylon falls, you're going to fall with this bitch, man. Okay? And that's not what you want. So, okay, verse 5 says, For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. And he ain't going to forget. See, Esau like to push that narrative like, man, let it go, leave it alone. You know, they want you to forget slavery, but they don't want to forget I can't say it, but you know, that thing. Okay? But verse 6 says, Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she had filled to her double. So that's it in a nutshell, man. You know, reward her even as she has rewarded you. How is this place rewarded? Israel. How is the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, how is America rewarded you? Not in a good way. You know, how is America rewarded the other nations? So she's got to be rewarded double unto her for her works. Okay? In the cup she had filled to her double. So she's going to have to drink all that, you know. Ain't going to be no mercy. Ain't going to be no healing. That's why when you go to Jeremiah 51 and 9, it says, we would have healed Babylon if she could have been healed, roughly paraphrasing. But this place can't be healed, man. You know? So, again, man, that vision is starting to speak. And where that vision ends in the destruction of Babylon, a.k.a. America, man. The utter obliteration of Babylon. This place will be utterly destroyed. Nothing left. No. Well, people won't be able to live here. Okay? That's the double payback. That's the big payback, man. No mercy, just destruction. That's what you dealt out. That's what you got to get back, you know? That's what you sowed, so that's what you got to reap. You know? It's just that simple. So, but I just wanted to touch on that briefly, man. That was pretty much all I had on that. So I'll go ahead and end it with that. And until next time, Abaratazah, Shalom.